that band formed from the ashes of Thin Lizzy, believe it or not. Grand Slam. Cracking song, or what? Absolutely brilliant. Actually, it's a two song, so it is. You may have already gathered that. It's a mashup of Whiter Shade of Pale and, of course, Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone. It's actually called A Whiter Shade of Rolling Stone. Phil Lynott, of course, and a few of the guys from Thin Lizzy. After Phil sort of prematurely decided that it was time to call it quits with Thin Lizzy, he deeply regretted that decision, I can tell you. Deeply, deeply, deeply regretted it. Okay, it's 7:30, and it is indeed time for our feature on our unsigned artist this evening. Okay, we are doing a feature this evening on an American blues or rock guitarist, singer-songwriter, and indeed keyboard player as well. An all-round musician. Now, I have played a few tracks from this album over the previous weeks on the programme here. And I have to say, I am slightly biased towards it. I have to say, it's an absolutely fantastic album. The gentleman we are featuring this evening is in a league of his own, I would say, when it comes to contemporary blues and rock artists. Definitely right up there anyway, alongside the likes of Mr. Eric Clapton and Stevie Ray Vaughan, who we heard from earlier. And this album is just a real gem, and I have to say I'm absolutely delighted to have come across it and taken it into my possession. And for that, I have to say a very, very big thank you to a lady by the name of Patty Beckert. And it was Patty who actually sent me this CD. And indeed, Patty who provided me with most of the PR on the artist that is Eddie Seymour, and the artist that we are featuring on the programme this evening. So a massive thank you to Patty Beckert for that. Also at this stage too, I do want to say that I had a telephone conversation with Eddie Seymour on Saturday evening, actually. And we did record that to do an interview. But for some reason, with the joys of technical processes, the interview recording actually turned out very, very poor. The actual recording of it was sort of unfit to go out on the air because of the quality, the actual sound quality. So it would do absolutely no justice to the man or his music to relay that interview. But I'm actually very, very disappointed about that, because I had a lovely, lovely talk with him. And I have to tell you, he's a very, 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 very nice man indeed. A little bit about him. Well, as I've said, Eddie Seymour, he's a smoking guitarist who has been likened closely to the likes of Stevie Ray Vaughan and Eric Clapton. A self-taught guitarist and keyboard musician, Eddie composes and arranges all his own music. He currently lives in Columbus, Ohio with his wife Donna, who is featured as a vocalist on several of the songs that you'll actually hear tonight on the Shoebox show right here. He's been around music all his life. His father was a jazz guitarist in the 50s who played at Miami's Fontainebleau Hotel back in the day. Well, Eddie remembers his father bringing the whole family down to the docks in Miami Beach on warm summer nights where Cuban musicians would gather to jam for free. So that's just a little insight, I suppose, into the early influences of music on Eddie Seymour, our featured artist on the programme tonight. And we will tell you more about the man as the feature on the album progresses. There are 8 great tracks on this CD, all self-written and recorded at the recording workshop in Athens, Ohio, and at Shelter Studios in LA. The 8 tracks are What in the World, Big Dog, Don't Give a Damn, Fertile Lies, Black Clouds, Slow Down, Face to Face, and Mabel. And we're going to kick off with the first track in on the self-titled album from Eddie Seymour, our featured artist on the Shoebox show here on IUR FM tonight, and this one is called What in the World. there you have it. First track in, What in the World? Mr. Eddie Seymour, our featured artist on the programme this evening. I have to say, that's just absolutely fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I did warn you, listeners, this guy was in the same league as Eric Clapton, and now there can be absolutely no denying it whatsoever. Fabulous. Beautiful track entitled What in the World, and we're going to dedicate that one especially to Paddy Beckard once again, and many, many thanks, Paddy, for all your help in basically putting this programme together for me this evening. I didn't have anything to do. You did it all for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also want to say a big hello to Nancy Knipe as well. Nancy, thanks indeed for your kind comments. Okay, a little bit more about Eddie Seymour, the man behind the music. And well, basically, he picked up his first guitar when he was 4 years old. It was an acoustic guitar that his father had scaled down to fit his small fingers. He learned his first song, Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog, on this guitar and played it often at the local talent shows. Now remember, he was 4 years old. He picked up this guitar. His father had scaled it down to fit a child's hand. So that's just an amazing, amazing thing when you think about it, when a parent does that for a child and says, look it, here you go. This is your guitar. You play it, son. Absolutely fabulous, isn't it, when you think about it? As I say, he learned his first song, Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog, on this guitar, and he played it often at the local talent shows. As he grew, he shared his father's Gibson Silvertone and learned his way through some of the best music around at the time, including jazz, bossa nova, samba, early rock, and of course, the blues. From Andre Segovia to Jimi Hendrix, he learned not just how to play guitar, but how to make that guitar a part of who Eddie Seymour is. Now, Eddie attributes all his talent to his father, who from a very, very early age told him to learn the chords first, and then they talk about playing music. Only when you learn the chords, Eddie. Great advice from a father. Great, great, great advice indeed. Well, Eddie did as he was told, and while the other kids his age were out playing after school, Eddie was learning the chords, and he eventually got good enough to sit down and play with his father. His mother was his biggest fan, and she loved it best when Eddie played the piano. So not only was there love in the family, but a mighty love of music that helped Eddie become the musician that he is today. Okay, taking us to the commercial break, we're going to take the second track in from the self-titled album from Eddie Seymour, our featured artist on the Shoebox here this evening. This one's called Big Dog, and this one is absolutely brilliant too, believe me.
Your money and your one-way ticket, you leave your world behind. You got me moaning like a big dog, baby. You took my love away. Don't make a lot of difference, baby. You took it all away. Well, now, baby, there ain't nothing wrong with love. No, baby, baby, there ain't nothing wrong with love. Wrong with love. I told you once before, you know I need you. I gotta have you near. You told your mother and you don't wanna leave it. Leave it alone today. You got me moaning like a big dog, baby. You took our love away. Don't make a lot of difference, baby. You took it all away. Baby, there ain't nothing wrong.
101.4 Newry's IUR FM.
A1 Safety and Workwear, 16 Belfast Road, Newry. Check out our weekly special offers on boots, workwear and outerwear. Top brands at rock bottom prices. Logo printing and embroidery available. Choose from our massive range of in-store stock. Call A1 Safety and Workwear on 028 302 6598 or visit a1safetyandworkwear.com.
U3 Dental Practice, Patrick Street, Newry. Now registering NHS patients. U3 Dental Practice, your #1 family dentist, providing cosmetic dentistry, teeth whitening and implants. Evening and weekend appointments available by calling us on 302 57676.
Ward's Rockmount, Rathryland Road, Newry, serving hot food to go from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Ward's Rockmount for everyday low prices and amazing weekly offers. If you forgot it, we've got it. Ward's Rockmount, Rathryland Road, Newry.
Newry City's IUR FM.
Well, you're very, very welcome back. It's almost 7:45 on a Tuesday evening. Tuesday the 26th of February. Yours truly, Gerry Martin, keeping you company right here on the Shoebox on IUR FM. As per usual, playing you a great mix of classic tracks and featuring the very best in unsigned artists. And this Tuesday evening, absolutely no exception whatsoever. Our featured artist on the programme this evening is American blues rock guitarist, singer, songwriter and all-round musician, Mr. Eddie Seymour. And we'll get back into that feature in just a moment. Right now, I just want to remind you again, if you want to get in contact with the programme this evening, give your view on the music that you're listening to, or just generally want to say hello. A couple of ways you can do that. First of all, if you are listening within the Northern Ireland, our UK area, you can text us on 07766 40 41 42. That's 07766 40 41 42. Just text the word IUR FM, IUR FM, followed by your message and name, once again to 07766 40 41 42. Or if you're beside the PC, laptop, handheld mobile device, be what it may, or even if your watch allows you to go on the internet, you can get in touch via our Facebook page. Simples. Just go on to Facebook, check out our Facebook page, IUR FM Newry, IUR FM, of course that is. Like the page and post away. As I say, leave us a message and we will of course get straight back to you. Okay, that's how you can get in touch with the programme. So if you'd like to, please do. We'd love to hear from you this evening. Okay, just a quick recap to last week's featured artists on the programme, Affinity, three lovely ladies. Just to remind you that if you're in the Dundalk area this Thursday night, they are playing in the Spirit Store. Something completely different there, and a gig well worth witnessing, I would say. So that's Affinity in the Spirit Store in Dundalk next this Thursday night, of course. Okie dokie, back to business. Featured artist on the programme this evening, Mr. Eddie Seymour. We've had two tracks already from the self-titled album. First one in was called What in the World, and the one we heard before the commercial break there was one entitled A Big Dog. A little bit more about the man in question. Eddie picked up his first guitar, I told you, at the age of 4. It was a guitar which was scaled down by his father to suit a child's hand. So you can just imagine the love and detail and attention that went into that, to nurture that talent along. Well, Andy grew up to be one of those rare individuals who can pick out the vague subtleties in a song nobody else seems to hear, and is able to interpret it in his own distinct way. Besides the aforementioned artists, By that I mean Eric Clapton and Stevie Ray Vaughan, who we mentioned earlier, who he's been compared to. Ed's musical influences include the Beatles, Carlos Santana, Sting, Duane Allman, and it goes without saying, Les Paul. This ability has enabled him to cover some of the best blues rock artists of our time, and it causes him to this day to seek out newer artists to learn their unique sounds as well. But enough about other artists. Let's have a listen to our featured artist of the programme today, Eddie Seymour. Third track in from the featured album. This one's called Don't Give a Damn. Track called Don't Give a Damn, taken from the self-titled album Eddie Seymour. Our featured artist on the Shoebox show this evening, indeed. Okay, oh, very, very good. Brilliant, brilliant stuff indeed. And a little bit more about the gentleman. I was just out of the studio there for a second because I had a technical glitch that I needed to sort out. So we got that sorted and we're back in business again. All good stuff. Okay, where are we? And yeah, we're talking about the gentleman that is Eddie Seymour, our featured artist here on the Shoebox show this evening. As I was telling you, Eddie has quite an ear for music, and to be able to pick out the subtle influences and tones unique to certain types of music, and it's quite a gift to be able to do that indeed. And his musical abilities also led him in search of the perfect set of musicians to make music with. He played lead guitar, keyboards and sang lead vocals in the band The Loud Neighbours. That band eventually disbanded, but out of the surviving musicians a new band was formed with Eddie at the forefront. That band was the Tone Farmers, a name that came to Eddie in a dream. Almost immediately the new band picked up gigs at many of the venues in Columbus, Ohio, a town well known for its great live musical acts. Ed has always surrounded himself with the best musicians he could find. Drummer Matt Bunker, bass guitarist Brian Mitchell and Brent Riley, who played rhythm guitar and some lead fills, helped make the Tone Farmers one of the best live acts in Columbus. But as I said, this man's music speaks for itself. I can tell you about the gentleman himself all day long, and I have to say, even from speaking with him on the telephone on Saturday evening, a total gentleman and a very, very humble man as well indeed too. And it was a pleasure actually chatting with him on the telephone. As I say, it's just a shame that the recorded interview didn't come out in good enough quality for us to broadcast tonight. So hopefully we can do justice to the album and to the feature from the information that I have here in front of me. And as I say, we will continue with that. Right now, though, we're going to take another track from the album, self-titled, as I say, by Eddie Seymour, and the track we're going to play now is one called Fertile Lies. Now, of course, we will be bringing you the rest of the album in the second hour of the programme after the news at 8 o'clock. But taking us in that direction, this is Fertile Lies, and a great, great song it is indeed too. Funny, I was actually chatting with Eddie's sister the other day. I had this on in the van at work, and cracking song, just had me toe tapping and had a big smile on my face throughout the course of the day. But anyway, enough about that indeed. Let's move on and take a track, as I say, from our featured artist on the Shoebox show here on IUR FM this evening, Mr. Eddie Seymour, and this one is called Fertile Lies.
Wisdom, forget what truth it seems. Now fair will always call you, conjure in your need, beneath your helpless kingdom, with thought cannot be seen. Begins a work of ages. The sly and wicked pleasure, the look within your eye, deceit, the long lost treasure of cunning fertilize, cunning fertilize. Oh, yeah, yeah. The rules are often simple. Scheme is quick and sure. You never miss your target, yeah. I feel your mighty roll. Your courage is your laughter. Your heart with every dream. A full moon fills the red sky. Stupid fool is me. The sly and wicked pleasure, the look within your eye, deceit, the long lost treasure, love's cunning fertilize, cunning fertilize. Oh, yeah, yeah, cunning fertilize. treasure. But look within your eyes to see the long lost treasure of cutting fertilizer. Cutting fertilizer. Oh, cutting fertilizer. Yeah. Cutting fertilizer. Oh, cutting fertilizer.
Absolutely wonderful indeed. Fertilise from our featured artist on the programme this evening, the one and only Mr. Eddie Seymour, and indeed backing vocals on that particular track supplied by his wife Donna, who we mentioned at the top of the programme as well. Okay, we've got 4 more tracks to feature from this album, and we'll be doing that, as I said, in the next hour of the programme directly after the news at the top of the hour, 8 o'clock. Coming up yet to be played, we have Black Clouds, Slow Down, Face to Face, and another one called Mabel, right here on the Shoebox on IUR FM 101.4. Keep it right here.
On digital at IURFM.com and live on FM 101.4 from Newry. This is IUR FM News Update.
From the Sky News Centre at 8, 3 people from Britain, including a couple from Perth, have been involved in a fatal hot air balloon crash in Egypt. According to reports, Yvonne Rennie was killed. Her husband Michael is being treated in a Cairo hospital. 19 people died when their balloon plummeted into the ground in Luxor. In 2009, tourist Caroline Williams says the balloon she was in was bouncing around.
As soon as we took off, I saw that there was this telephone mast right in the middle of the field, and I thought, what on earth is that doing there? We're going to hit it. And sure enough, we went straight towards it, and next minute, huge tearing sound, and the whole of the envelope for the balloon had gone.
The Met Police has been severely criticised for encouraging rape victims to withdraw allegations to boost crime detection rates. The police watchdog's been investigating Southwark Sapphire unit in South London. A head teacher and 5 staff members have been suspended from a school in Blackpool as police investigate concerns over pupils' well-being. According to local newspapers, a parent claims a child was locked in a room about the size of a cupboard at Revo Primary. Lord Renars issued a new statement strongly denying allegations of sexual harassment. The party's former chief executive also says he'll cooperate with any constituted inquiry. The Lib Dems are now conducting 2. Sales of frozen burgers have plummeted following the horse meat scandal. Figures show they've fallen 43% since contaminated meat was first discovered. Swansea's been celebrating as the League Cup winners paraded their trophy on an open-top bus after Sunday's Wembley victory. It's the Swans' first major piece of silverware, and man of the match, Nathan Dyer, was happy so many fans turned out.
Brilliant. Obviously it's the second time that we've had a little parade, so they've come out in their thousands, and especially in this cold weather, it's been brilliant.
And this evening's football's underway. In the FA Cup 5th round replay at Goodison Park, Everton lead Oldham 1-0. That's the latest. I'm Danny Crawshaw.
Do you want Newry City to be successful? Do you want more local jobs in our community? Then remember to shop local. Local shops and businesses create sustainable local jobs. They support local charities, youth groups and community organisations, and they spend their money locally. So why don't you do the same? For local jobs, shop local. Your community, your station. This is IUR FM.
Stay tuned to 101.4 Newry's IUR FM.
Used Clothing Company, working with you today for a brighter tomorrow. We will buy your unwanted good quality clothing, shoes, belts, bed linen, curtains and handbags. For every 10 kilograms, we'll pay you £5. That's 50 pence for every kilo. Visit the Used Clothing Company at 1A Edward Street, Newry.
The Burlesque Bells Pole Fitness Studio has moved premises to Nan Rice's courtyard opposite Buttercrane Shopping Centre. We offer a variety of fitness and dance courses and workshops for women of all ages. For more information on our workshops and courses, email us at inquiries@polefitnessnewry.com or follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/burlesquebells.polefitness.
Something you wouldn't expect to hear.
Turn right at the next turning. Stop at the junction. Now ask the nearest pedestrian where on earth you are.
And something else you wouldn't expect to hear.
A new polo match from £11,440 with £1,500 towards your deposit when you buy on finance and 3 years servicing for £299. Now available at P&R Motors Volkswagen Merchants Key Newry. Conditions apply. 7.9% APR representative.
McKay Hairdressing, Mill Street, Newry. They're a well-appointed salon with over 30 years experience and are specialists in bridal hairdressing. Fancy a new style? Speak to their professional stylists. Call McKay Hairdressing on 3083 5600.
Your FM, your community, your station.
Well, this has gone 4.5 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. You're very welcome back. It's the second half, final hour of the Shoebox show here on IUR FM. With yours truly, Gerry Martin, keeping you company. Glad to have you along. Hopefully you can stay with me right through to 9 o'clock. It's the usual programme for you. Some of the very best in classic tracks and, of course, the best in brand new music from unsigned artists. And tonight our unsigned artist is a gentleman by the name of Eddie Seymour. Okay, once again, if you'd like to get in contact with the show, you can text the word IUR FM, IUR FM, followed by your message and your name to 07766 40 41 42. That's text the word IUR FM, followed by your message and your name to 07766 40 41 42. Or you can indeed get in touch via the Facebook page. Simply log on to our Facebook page, which is IUR FM Newry, IUR FM. Like the page and type a wee comment in there, and sure we'll get straight back to you. It's as easy as that. Okay, as I said, for the past half hour before the news, we have been featuring the music of Eddie Seymour, our featured unsigned artist on the programme this evening. And for the next half hour or so, we'll be doing exactly the same. Another 4 great tracks to come from the self-titled album. They include Black Clouds, Slow Down, Face to Face and Mabel. Right now, though, let's just recap on some of the information I told you about the man himself. He's a smoking guitarist who has been likened to Stevie Ray Vaughan and Eric Clapton. Self-taught guitarist and keyboard musician who writes all his own music. His father was a jazz guitarist back in the 50s, and he's very, very heavily influenced by his parents indeed. And Eddie would go as far as to say that he attributes all his talent to his father, who from a very early age told him that to learn the chords first and then to talk about playing proper music after that. Wise words, I have to say. Eddie's mum loved to hear him playing the piano. It's a house filled with love and the love of music as well. Also did tell you that Eddie has a great ear for music. You can pick out the nice little subtleties that a lot of other musicians fail to notice. He played his first guitar at the age of 4, a guitar that his father scaled down to fit a child's hands. And as a child played some of the local talent shows. As he grew older, of course, he discovered the blues and early rock and was influenced by the likes of Jimi Hendrix, and a certain Mr. Santana as well, to name but a few of the great artists out there. Other influences included the Beatles, Duane Allman, etc. And his musical abilities led him in search of a perfect set of musicians to form a band with, which he did. That early band grew into a new band called the Tone Farmers, which were very, 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 very popular in the Columbus area. And And indeed, his self-titled album, Eddie Seymour, which we are featuring this evening, includes some of the songs from the Tone Farmer days and a couple of pieces written after the group disbanded. His songs always come from a place that not many people are invited into, except through his music. And he likes that just fine. He lets his music speak for itself, and it does, with a heart and soul that you won't find often in pop music today. Well, ain't that a fact? Okay, without further ado, let's have another one. This track is the fifth one in from the self-titled album, Eddie Seymour, and this one's called Black Clouds.
Well, black clouds are rolling since my baby left home. Black clouds are rolling since my baby left home. Well, I can't kill a pain till I know she's back home. Was it the change in the weather? Was it changes in me? And when I got too crazy, she started looking back at me. And when she had enough, well, she was rolling down the street now.
That is just absolutely smoking, isn't it? You can just really get the vibe there, the whole sort of free-flowing jazz blues chords going through that. It's just really amazing. It's cracking stuff, it is indeed too. And as I say, really on a par with the blues legends and the blues rock greats throughout the era, and indeed throughout the genre of the music as well too. Absolutely fabulous stuff. I could sit and listen to this all night long, and you know the chances are after the show is over, I probably will. Great stuff indeed too. Lovely, absolutely love it. As I say, that one was called Black Clouds, again recorded at the recording workshop in Athens, Ohio, USA, as are 6 of the tracks from this 8-track album, self-titled album, Eddie Seymour. And the next one we're going to play is one called Slow Down, and this one also recorded at the recording workshop in Athens, Ohio. As I say, the album was recorded in 2 different studios, one of which was the one we just mentioned, the recording workshop, Athens, Ohio, and the other one was the Shelter Studios in Los Angeles, California. But right now, let's move on. Let's have another track, and this one is a real smoker as well too. This one's called Slow Down.
Oh, you knock me off my feet.
just gotta love the funky little hook in that song, in that tune. You really, really, really do. It's just got that little hook in it, and it just gets you going, doesn't it? It's absolutely, absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful track called Slow Down. And as I say, it's just got that funky little vibe behind the blues overtones, and it's just amazing. Really, 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 really like that song. Again, from our featured artist on the programme this evening, Mr. Eddie Seymour, taken from the self-titled album that we are featuring here on the programme. And speaking of slow down, we seem to be absolutely flying through the tracks here tonight. We are, 3/4 of the way through the feature on the unsigned artist that is Mr. Eddie Seymour from Ohio, USA. As I say, 6 tracks we've had so far. There's another 2 to come. Now, I did mention that Eddie, well, there's a lot of love in the family, and indeed a very family-orientated people that he came from, and indeed I know this to be true from speaking with his sister Patty, indeed, and I've got a feeling for the man. As I say, I had a chat with him on Saturday evening, and it was lovely talking to him, because you could feel that he was very honest, very open, and indeed a very humble man. And a lot of musicians, you find that when you're speaking to them, that the music more, well, it sort of takes over really, and you know, they can be pretentious, but there isn't even the slightest trace of that when you're talking to the gentleman that is Eddie Seymour. A lovely man to speak with, and as I say, he did give me an insight into his family life. And the next track we're going to play is one called Face to Face, and I have to say that this particular track, it actually very, very nearly didn't get recorded. Eddie was telling me this on Saturday. It was a tribute to his older brother who passed away in his 40s, far, far, far too early in life to be gone. And Eddie, of course, like all his family, he adored his older brother, and he decided that this track would be written for his brother, as I say, who tragically and passed away well before his time. So, as I say, the track was very, very nearly not recorded, and indeed not included on the album. But I have to say, I'm really glad that it was, even though it's a personal, moving tribute to his elder brother, who he was obviously very, very, very close with. It's a song that has to be heard. Indeed, it's crying out to be heard. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece of music. It's a fantastic song, and it really slots really, really well into the album as well. And it's to me, it's probably, quite possibly, and I actually said this to Eddie when I was talking to him, this is quite possibly the standout track from the album. So I have to say, I'm absolutely delighted that he did decide to go ahead and record this, and indeed include it on the album. And this is the track we're talking about. It's called Face to Face.
You feel the pain, still you turn and walk away. Just like before, it was just another day. Come face to face, I'll be back again someday. See me fall as the light turns into day. Never let you go away. Faith, know me now, never let you slip away. Come face to face, I'll be back again someday. See me fall as the light begins to fade. Show me that you care. Show me you'll be there. And come face to face, I'll be back again. again someday. See me fall as the light begins to fade. You see the pain, still you turn or walk away. Just like before, it was just another day. Come face to face, I'll be back again someday. See me fall as the light turns into day. See me fall as the light begins to fade. Oh, see me fall as the light begins to fade.
Stay tuned to 101.4 Newry's Your FM.
Cotton Prints Direct, Camlock Road, Newry. Sale now on at their curtain fabric outlet with discounts of up to 50%. Thousands of metres of quality curtain fabric, lining, accessories and more. Ready-made curtains from just $8.99 a pair. Call Cotton Prints Direct, Lockbrook Industrial Estate, Camlock Road, Newry on 30839 875.
Auto Stop Newry. Professional body repair and painting. Body kits, full resprays, alloy wheel refurbs and dents repaired. With over 10 years professional experience and recession-busting prices, contact Auto Stop Newry on 07879 998611 or find us on facebook.com/Will Autostop.
Newry City's Your FM.
You're very, very welcome back. The time is 23 and a half minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. You're tuned to the Shoebox Show with yours truly, Gerry Martin, keeping you company. And it's good to have you along. Okay, just during the commercial break, I was just checking through some of the messages coming into the programme this evening. I'll say hello to Adele Fern. Adele, thanks for checking in. Also, Sean O'Neill, who's really, really enjoying the feature on Eddie Seymour, our unsigned artist on the programme this evening, as is Paul Nugent. Paul, thanks indeed for getting in contact as well too. Tony O'Hare also saying hello and saying he's digging the smoking blues. Good man, Tony, well done. Also got a message in from Michael Duffy, who's tuned our way in Essex. Good to have your company, Michael. I know we have a few listeners across the water, so it's good to know that you're tuned our way as well, Michael. As I say, Michael's listening in Essex in England. Yes, indeed. Anyway, Michael wants to know, how do you spell Eddie's name? He can't seem to pick it up on iTunes. Okay, Eddie, my actual next link was actually about iTunes and where you can find Eddie's music, but just to spell it out for you, Eddie's surname is spelled Seymour. That's Seymour. Okay, so thanks for getting in touch. And indeed, thanks for looking for Eddie's music on iTunes. Good stuff. And with that in mind, I can tell you that you can find Eddie's music on such sites as cdbaby.com. You'll find him there. You'll also find him on amazon.com and indeed on iTunes. So believe me, this album is definitely worthwhile adding to your collection if you're a rock sort of blues type fan, or indeed if you're just a fan of music generally. I highly recommend this album. I really, really do. So once again, if you're looking for a cracking album, with some really, really well written and well organised and well put together tunes. Then the places to look are cdbaby.com, amazon.com and iTunes. Now Eddie's name once again is spelt Seymour. And for those of you who are into the phonetic alphabet, that's Sierra, Echo, Yankee, Mike, Oscar, Uniform or Romeo. Okay, well, we've had 7 tracks from the album. It's an 8-track album, which means there's only one left to go. That actually quite saddens me because I'm really, really, really enjoying this. But the good news is that Eddie has been very, very busy writing new material. So it looks like there could be another album in the pipeline coming soon. And as soon as it comes out, I can tell you it'll be on the airwaves of the Shoebox Show here on IUR FM, without a shadow of a doubt. Okay, once again, if you'd like to get in contact with the programme, or if you'd like to find out more information from me, you can text us, text the word IUR FM, IUR FM, followed by your message and your name to 07766 40 41 42. That's 07766 40 41 42. Or get in touch via Facebook. Simply like our page. That's the IUR FM, IUR FM Newry page on Facebook. Give it a wee like and post your question there or your comments. Love to hear from you this evening on the programme. Would be absolutely fantastic. Anyway, let's take the final track from our featured artist on the programme today, Mr. Eddie Seymour, from his self-titled album. This one's called Mabel.
She laid me down in bed.
Well, it's just gone 8:30, and that's the final track from our featured artist on the programme this evening, Eddie Seymour. Now, again, Eddie's surname is spelled Seymour. Just in case you're having any problems checking out his credentials and music-wise on any of the sites that it's available on. Again, the self-titled album Eddie Seymour, spelled Seymour, can be found on cdbaby.com, amazon.com and iTunes. Absolutely well worth looking for, I can tell you. And indeed on some of those sites, of course, you can go on and you can get a little preview to the music. But then again, if you've been listening to the programme for the past hour, you won't need a preview because you've heard every single one of them, and they are absolutely fabulous, 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 I can tell you. And once again, as far as I am aware, Eddie is busy writing new material, so hopefully it'll not be too long before there's new music, fresh music again, once again, from the gentleman, and I truly mean the gentleman, because I did have a chat with him on Saturday evening, the gentleman who is Eddie Seymour. Once again, those places where you can find his music are cdbaby.com, amazon.com and indeed iTunes. Okay, so that's cdbaby.com, amazon.com and iTunes. Check those out and you'll find Eddie Seymour's music there. And of course, once again, Eddie was our featured artist on the programme here this evening. And again, I want to say a big thank you to Patty Beckert, who went out of her way to provide me with as much background material about Eddie and the family, and indeed actually introduced me to Eddie's music, and I'm really, really glad, Paddy, that you did. Really, really appreciate it, and a big, big thank you to you for that. And again, looking forward to whatever new music that Eddie records and sends our way here for the entertainment of the listeners on the Shoebox Show on IUR FM 101.4. Going to leave you with a track that I'm sure Eddie will appreciate. This one doesn't need any introduction, okay? And we'll be back very, very shortly with details of what's coming up on next week's feature on the programme. But once again, thanks to Eddie Seymour for giving us an absolutely cracking evening of entertainment and wonderful, wonderful music from his untitled album. This is IUR FM 101.4 across the Newry area. Lock it on and rip the knob off.
One way out, baby. Lord, I just can't go out the door. Ain't but one way out, darling. Lord, I just can't go out the door. Look at the man down there, Lord. Oh, you got me trapped, woman. On that second floor. If I get away this time, I won't trap no more, no. Raise your window, baby. I'll slip out something slow. No, your neighbors know they won't be talking that mess that they don't know. the first place. You know some man's gonna come in, take my place. Oh, ain't no way in the world I'm going out that front door. So there's a man down there, Lord, to your man, I don't know. Maybe there's a man down there, Lord, might be your husband, I don't know. Just about have to be your man, baby. Lord, I just might be your man, baby. Oh, baby, I just don't know.
Stay tuned to 101.4 Newry's Your FM.
Auto Service Centre, 8 Armagh Road, Newry, for all your vehicle servicing, repairs and MOT checks. Diagnostic specialists on all vehicles. Motor Industry Code of Practice and Good Garage Scheme approved. Auto Service Centre Newry, offering a dealership level service at a fraction of the price. Call us on 302 60538. That's 302 60538.
JT Carpets for quality carpets, wooden floors and vinyls. JT Carpets for household furniture and a huge selection of rugs. JT Carpets for friendly, experienced staff, free estimates and delivery. Call us on 302 664 64. Visit our website jtcarpets.com or call into our showroom at 1A Edward Street, Newry. JT Carpets, we buy by the mile, so you save by the yard.
McNally's Late Night Pharmacy on Monaghan Street, Newry, for caring and sound advice. To allow more time for our pharmacists to listen and to advise, our script kiosk is now open on Monaghan Street opposite Deli Lights. With a direct connection to the chemist, your script will be ready by the time you walk down to the shop. McNally's, the Late Night Chemist, Monaghan Street, Newry, and mcnallyspharmacy.com.
Newry City's Your FM.